Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and to my fellow Racial Equity Initiative co-chairs, Representatives Terry Sewell and Jimmy Gomez, for making this historic hearing possible. I also want to thank the incredible staff on the committee for rallying us to this point. This is truly an unprecedented opportunity for the Ways and Means Committee, a committee that I am so privileged and honored to serve on. You know, we kid ourselves that this is the only committee that's actually named in the Constitution, and the significance of the work that we do is real, and it impacts people all across this country, in fact, all around the world. But for too long, federal programs that were intended to support a thriving middle class failed to reach all of us, all Americans, thus creating an inequitable distribution of federal resources and marginalizing communities of color. Now, I didn't come to Congress to defend every federal program. I came to make sure that the federal government and the policies that we pass actually work for all of us. It's extremely important that this Congress have an open dialogue and debate policies that improve the lives of Americans, with equity and opportunity being the basis and starting point for such policies. And when I say equity and opportunity, that includes all of us, people of color, women, people that live in rural communities, and individuals that have been systemically left out for decades and, in fact, centuries. So we as Congress in this moment, we must act to correct the inequities that have been the center of everything that we do. And imagine what we can do, all of us, regardless of party, if every piece of legislation that we pass out of this committee include provisions that address racial equity, health equity, economic equity, and gender equity, and so much more. Now, I know that my colleagues on the other side may not agree, and that they may distract from this hearing to talk about other issues like inflation, which is indeed a real issue. I hear from my constituents every day about housing prices that are soaring and gas prices being too high. That's why I've worked to propose legislation to address the cost of housing and to bring down the cost of gas. Because we know that all of us as Americans, people of color, women, those who live in rural communities, are experiencing these pains at disproportional rates. That's why today's topic on advancing economic opportunity is vitally important. So I look forward to hearing from our esteemed panel today. This is work that I'm really excited about. It's a historic day, and I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, for doing something that no other chairman of the Ways and Means Committee has ever done, and that is to make this hearing possible today. I yield back.